Hey guys, Jeff here. And today we want to visit my lock lab. Now we're doing this for Lock Junkie as he has recently and quite quickly hit 200 subscribers. And I still can't believe that, man. You're looking at what, 3-4 months and 200 subscribers? Phenomenal speed there. But with that, he's asked for us to show our lock lab. Anybody who pays attention to the comments that I leave on YouTube or on Facebook will notice I'm always jealous of people with a lock lab, and the reason for that, this is my lock lab. Now, most of my picking I end up doing on the go, so we'll end up in this bag at the end since we need to pick a lock also. But let's look under the hood. In here is where I keep all my goodies. I, at one point, made a little door so I could practice not only picking in a real world situation, but I even installed some stuff for bypassing. I've got another one I'm going to install up here eventually. But just, yeah, a little thing I put together. Takes up a lot of space. I've got a box. Is that in frame? Where I'm keeping most of the stuff for pinning and gutting. You'll see my vise, my pinning tweezers, my followers. I've also just got other odds and ends for various projects, holding my tools and whatnot. I've got a lot of things separated by projects. So I've got this lock box with some stuff inside that hopefully we'll see in a video before too long. And one of the things that I learned is having to stay inside a larger box. Having the smaller boxes really makes things a lot easier. So I've got my vise along with the lever locks you've seen me working on in there. Oof. Let's pan down for this one. This tackle box here, and I try to separate them as logically as I can, but this one is full of most of my padlocks. Not a whole lot of organization here. Now my locks from Grandpa are all stored here. My mini locks and my DD locks that someday I'll finally be able to open. But beyond that, it's just a mess of padlocks, combination padlocks, masters, Corbins, what have you. It's all shoved in here just to keep them grouped together and a little bit easier to make sense out of. Going below that, oh boy, we've got the big boy. This one here was my first real container. And this has multiple layers to it. And even the layers have layers where I've got my kicks, my other door locks. I've got some of my wafers and my training stuff over here, like my progressive sets that I've shown a long while ago. I think I've got some other training locks underneath there, my wafer locks. But just a whole lot in here. There's my lever locks. I've got various Euros and whatnot here. I try to group them by type as much as I can in here. I'm trying not to scratch the wood floor. This one has become odds and ends and projects for the future up in here. Just some stuff for dimple locks, cross locks, some others that just don't really fit anyplace else. End up in here just to try to keep things organized. Now let's bring you forward here. Let's try zooming in. It doesn't always work so kindly. Focus. Alright, sorry about the focus, but I've got all of the Abloy 341s that I got once upon a time all hanging up here. In the front, I've got more boxes with some tools, with future projects. Maybe I've got my tap set. I've got, again, stuff for future tool making. You know I like my steak knife pick. So I've got more knives for making picks. I think it was Brummy once upon a time that was using underwire for tensioning tools. So I've been saving that as my wife's undergarments spit those out. Just all sorts of tools in here. All sorts of shrink wrap also. This is one of my sticker collections, as well as being where my poker chips live and most of my nice lotto locks. My 110s, my nice Avis, along with a few others. Alright, this bag holds various bypass tools that I've been trying to make, especially to go with that door that we're talking about. So this should undo a thumb latch. This here, I've tried making a mini tool for doing crash bars. Behind there is a breakdown under door tool. Someday I need to make the door to practice with that under door tool. And then lastly in the back here, got Grandpa's old lunchbox, and inside that there's a lot of odds and ends, although chiefly in there are all sorts of combination locks of all kinds. So when and if I finally feel like I can start getting a little more knack, and some of them really should be easy, but I just need to take the time for them. So that is the locklab. I am running out of time here rapidly, so I need to find something to pick. Oh, actually, before I do that, I want to actually take you for a little walk before we go for something to pick. You see, obviously I don't pick here. If we cross the house, right over here, this is my spot on the couch. Right there. That's where I'm usually sitting when I pick. A lot of time spent picking while my wife's watching TV. Just part of why I have this bag. I carry all of my picks in there along with locks for practicing on. So let's just dig in here really fast. Find something. I always try to carry a few comfort locks, as well as some of the new things that I'm working on to challenge myself. So let's go with, that's not the one I want. Master Lock 410. I've been using Jimmy Longs lately. I'm not going to sit down here because I don't know how well I'm in frame right now. Alright, so Master Lock 410, top of the keyway. I've got the two middle sizes of Jimmy Longs here because that's what I'm finding that I do most of my picking with. Try to stay in frame here. Got a good false set already. This 410 was the first lock ever that I bought brand new, and while I have lots of others now, it's still a favorite because of that very fact. I think it was probably, well, I know it was my first lotto lock, and so for that reason it's still kind of special to come back to it. Anytime you're up against the clock is when things don't want to work, no matter how much of a comfort lock they might be, right? I feel that I'm in my false set. Just gotta find more and more videos of me dropping tensioners lately. That's not what I need to find. What I need to find is my spool in there. We'll also say that I use the bag because I'll carry it with me to school. I've got time after school while waiting on my ride home. I'll pick a little bit there. If I have free time during my plan period, well, I just might pick in there. If somebody else is driving home while I'm in the car, you've seen the video before, I'll pick in the car. Pick wherever I can, because it's legal to do so, and I can always use a little more practice. Alright, well, if that one's not going to work, let's switch tactics and go with an even more comfortable lock. That's right, I'm going to go with my teeny tiny Ace 3-pinner because I see that I only have a few seconds left of time in this camera memory. I want to get something open for you. Boom, just like that. Just a little bitty tickle, and that one gives up. So, anyways, Lock Junkie. There's my lock lab, my storage area over there, and probably where I do the majority of my picking, at least at home. There's a lock picked. And a big congratulations to Lock Junkie. If you haven't checked him out, go check him out. I'll have the link down below. I've probably posted a link to him up here. Again, Lock Junkie, congratulations on your 200 subscribers. And everyone, I'll talk to you all later.